just attack the basket.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Nostalgic Rips. Hope everybody's doing good today. Today, let's get into it and let's open a 1991 sealed box Fleer basketball. Obviously, we're going to be looking for Jordan. So let's see what we get into. Let's do it. Again, hope everybody's doing good today. Thank you for hanging out. Let's have a good time. Let's open some cool stuff. 36 packs. And they do not want to come out. Well, they've only been in there for 30 plus years. All right. 36 packs, 1991 Fleer basketball. Let's get into it. Here we go. Let's start out with Bob Weiss, Kevin Lowry, right off the bat. Michael Jordan, we take him. That's who we want. We like Mike. Fits in. Look, dang. Again, Michael Jordan. Almost back to back. Grant Long, Jim Rogers, Bill Fitch, Rasmussen, Ron Anderson, Lenny Wilkins, Mike Dunleavy, Vinnie Johnson, and Brickowski. It would really suck having the nickname Brick playing in the NBA. All right, Lionel Simmons, Jeff Hornacek, Willie Burton, John Battle, Gilman, Larry Smith, Joe Dumars, our checklist, Paul Presley, Jeff Malone, Trent Tucker, Bob Weiss, Chris Ford, and Vlade Divac. Vlade Divac got traded from the Lakers for Kobe Bryant. Not a very smart trade. Speaking of not smart trades, maybe some of you think it was a smart trade, but today, which is February 2nd, 2025, depending on when you watch this video. So I woke up this morning and found out that Luka Doncic was traded to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Terry Porter, BJ Armstrong, Sean Kemp Slam Dunk, Nick Anderson, Equals, Orlando Woolridge, Slam Dunk of D. Brown, Willie Anderson, Tony Campbell, Muggsy, Michael Williams, Danny Ainge, Sam Perkins, and Larry Legend. James Worthy, Detlef Schrempf, Kevin Willis, Eric Floyd, 91 NBA All-Stars. You got Jordan, Magic, Ewing. Oh, man, that would have been awesome to see in person. Danny Manning, Reggie Lewis, Rolando Blackman, and a league leaders, Michael Jordan. League leaders. Bailey, Robinson, Daughtry, Kenny Smith, Benoit Benjamin. Let's keep it going with Del Harris, Otis Smith, John Williams, Chuck Person, Matt Gauskas, Threat. We got Hersey Hawkins. We've got Van Wiggy and Patrick Ewing, Tim Hardaway, Chris Morris, Brian Shaw, Rick Mahorn, and Mark Aguirre. Mitch Richmond, Johnny Dawkins, Casey Jones, John Stockton, All-Star. Dennis Rodman, Fred Roberts, Pat Riley, All-Star Game of 91, Otis Thorpe, Derek Coleman, Phil Jackson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Herb Williams, and Bo Kimball. We got Dick Moda, John Stockton, Irvin Magic Johnson, Travis Mays, Paul Westhead, Antoine Carr, John Paxson, Charles Oakley, Jim Lyman, Mark West, Joe Wolf, Ron Seekley, Gene Littles, and All-Star 91. Rodney McRae, Gary Grant, 91 All-Star. Got Jordan there on the end. Larry Nance, Vern Fleming, Kevin Johnson, Gary Payton, Johnny Newman, Dennis Scott, Don Nelson, Rod Strickland, Maurice Cheeks, and Jerome Kersey. Lenny Wilkins, Mike Dunleavy, Ron Anderson, Hakeem Olajuwon, Chuck Daly, Vinnie Johnson, Brakowski, Alvin Johnson, Don Chaney, Hakeem Olajuwon, Mookie Blaylock, Dominique Wilkins, and Larry Brown. Checklist: Trent Tucker, Jeff Malone, Chris Ford, Bob Weiss, Dwayne Cauzel, Vlade Divac, Fitzsimmons, Lowry, Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan. That makes number 4. Bill Fitch, Jim Rogers, and Grant Long. We'll go Tyrone Corbin, Rex Chapman, Jerome Richardson, Clyde Drexler, Byron Scott, D. Brown, Rory Sparrow, Kevin Johnson, Sherman Douglas, Konak, Eddie Johnson, Dale Ellis, James Edwards, and Paul Presley. John Stockton, league leaders: Mark Eaton, Spud Webb, Craig Elo, Chris Dudley, Sean Kemp, Cliff Robinson, Bill Cartwright, Theodore Edwards, Catledge, Purvis Ellison, Marcus Liberty, Knight, and Terry Cummings. For as old as they are just, couldn't ask for nothing better. Just beautiful. Karl Malone, Rod Higgins, Petrovich, Kevin McHale, Felton Spencer, Isaiah Thomas, Harvey Grant, Rick Smits, Lechner, Buck Johnson, Ed Pickney, Ken Norman, Will Perdue, and Donaldson. Kenny Smith, Sam Bowie, Charles Barkley, Tom Tolbert, Charles Barkley All-Star, Randy White, Ron Harper, All-Star Game, Scott Skiles, Mark Price, Reggie, Michael Jordan, number 5, Ricky Pierce, Polonese, and Jack Sikma. Jerry Sloan, Xavier McDaniel, Reggie Williams, Glenn Rice, Mike Schuler, Rick Adelman, Chris Mullen, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Tim Hardaway, Bill Laimbeer for them bad boys, Jay Humphreys, Buck Williams, and Vernon Coles. James Edwards, Dale Ellis, Checklist, David Robinson, Tom Chambers, Valentine, Bob Hill, Carl Malone, AC Green, Jim Les, Wes Unseld, Alvin Robertson, Cliff Livingston, and Mark Jackson. Mark, there's something a little funny on the back. Knight, Marcus Liberty, Tyrone Corbin, Terry Cummings, Jerome Richardson, Rex Chapman, Byron Scott, Clyde Drexler, Sparrow, D. Brown, Sherman Douglas, Kevin Johnson, Eddie Johnson, John Konak. Will Purdue for the Bulls, Ken Norman, John Stockton league leaders, Donaldson, Spud, Mark Eaton, Chris Dudley, Craig Elo, Cliff Robinson, Sean Kemp, Theodore Edwards, Bill Cartwright, Percy Ollison, and Terry Hatlich. Rasmussen, Mike Dunleavy, Wilkins, Anderson, Chuck Daly, Hakeem Olajuwon, Brickowski, Vinnie Johnson, Cheney, Alvin Robertson, Mookie Blaylock, Hakeem, and Larry Brown. We are halfway done. Like I said, it always moves it a little quicker when everything is, look, right on top. Michael Jordan, 91, Fleer All-Star. We take it. Jack Sikma, Odin Polynice. Oh, that's sick. Michael Jordan. That is awesome. We like it. Petrovich, Higgins, Spencer, Kevin McHale, Harvey Grant, Isaiah Thomas, Lechner, Rick Smits, Ed Pickney, and Buck Johnson. Lambier, Coles, Buck Williams league leaders, Sam Bowie, Kenny Smith, Tom Talbert, Sir Charles, Ron Harper, Randy White, Scott Skiles, All-Star Game, Reggie Miller, Mark Price, and Ricky Pierce. Wes Unseld, Mark Jackson, Cliff Livingston, McDaniel, Jerry Sloan, Glenn Rice, Reggie Williams, Alderman, Schuler, Sir Charles, Chris Mullen, Tim Hardaway, All-Star, Patrick Ewing, and Jay Humphreys. Dan Majuro, Chris Jackson, league leaders David Robinson, Brian Oliver, Dan Shays, David Robinson again, Checklist, Darnell Valentine, Tom Chambers, Carl Malone, Bob Hill, Jim Les, AC Green, and Alvin Robinson. Horace Grant, Rex Chapman, Jerry Reynolds, Sam Mitchell, Todd Leachy, Kendall Gill, Sean Elliott, Terry Teagle, Del Curry, Gerald Wilkinson, Kevin Duckworth, Kevin Edwards, Kevin Gamble. I thought we was going to go for 3 or 4 Kevins in a row, but it was Wayne Tisdale. Robert Parrish, Vernon Maxwell, All-Star Game, Charles Smith, Dominique Wilkins, Derek Harper, Karl Malone, Theodore Edwards, Derek McKee, Buck Williams, Danny Ferry, Chris Mullin, Derek McKee, and Alex English. Larry Nance, Dennis Scott, Kevin Johnson, Gary Payton, Johnny Newman, and we got Magic, Tyrone Hill, Reggie Miller league leaders, Todd Murphy, Tyrone Hill, Pippen, LaSalle Thompson, Bernard King, and LaSalle Thompson again. We got Hakeem All-Star, Chuck Daly, Vinnie Johnson, Mookie Blaylock, Alvin Robertson, Dan Chaney, Hakeem Olajuwon, Gary Grant, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Brown, Rodney McRae, Vern Fleming, All-Stars, and Adebudo. Jeff Malone, Trent Tucker, Bob Weiss, Chris Ford, Vlade Divac, Dwayne Coswell, Laurie Fitzsimmons, Michael Jordan, Mike, Patrick Ewing, Jim Rogers, Bill Fitch, Rasmussen, and Grant Long. Gerald Wilkins, Kevin Duckworth, Terry Teagle, Kevin Gamble, Tisdale, Majerle, Edwards, Robinson, DeOliver, Dan Shays, Chris Jackson, and David Robinson. Checklist and Paul Presley. Dominique Wilkins, Danny Ferry, Chris Mullin, Derek McKee, Buck Williams, Horace Grant, Rex Chapman, Reynolds, AJ Inglis, Leachy, Gill, Sean Elliott, Sam Mitchell, and Del Curry. Jack Sikma. Woo. Todd Murphy. Kendall Gill. Scottie Pippen. Bernard King. LaSalle Thompson. J.R. Reed. Vernon Maxwell. The All-Star Game. Jordan looks like his little reverse layup. Charles Smith. Robert Parrish. Derek Harper. Karl Malone All-Star. And Theodore Edwards. Vernon Coles, Kenny Smith, Sam Bowie, Charles Barkley, Tom Tolbert, Randy White, Ron Harper, All-Star Game, Scott Skiles, Mark Price, Reggie, Michael Jordan, Fleer All-Star, Ricky Pierce, and Olden Polynice. Mark Jackson, Jerry Sloan, Xavier McDaniel, Reggie Williams, Glenn Rice, Mike Schuler, Rick Adelman, Chris Mullin, Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, Tim Hardaway, Bill Laimbeer, Jay Humphreys, Buck Williams. Dale Ellis, James Edwards, another Jordan, Michael Jordan. Checklist, David Robinson, Tom Chambers, Valentine, Bob Hill, Karl Malone, AC Green, Jim Les, Wes Unseld, Alvin Robertson, Cliff Livingston. Two more packs. We got that. We got through that pretty good, pretty quick. It really helps when the cards are in the right order. Marcus Liberty, Knight, Terry Cummings, Tyrone Corbin, Rex Chapman, Jerome Robinson, Clyde Drexler, Byron Scott, D. Brown, Sparrow, Kevin Johnson, Douglas, Konak, and Johnson. Last pack. Will they send us home with one more Jordan? Ken Norman, Will Purdue, James Donaldson, John Stockton, Mark Eaton, Spud Webb, Craig Elo, Chris Dudley, Sean Kemp, Cliff Robinson, Bill Cartwright, Theodore Edwards, Terry Catledge, and Percy Ellison. No last-ditch Jordan, but I mean, I don't think that we did too bad. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Jordans out of that box. We'll take it. I appreciate you checking us out. Check out our other videos. Like us, subscribe to us. Do what you got to do to make sure you don't miss any of our other videos. We got some cool stuff coming out. We're going to be ripping some nice stuff. Check us out. I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
756.